All right, so we're out here on Istokpoga again. This is my last day to pre-fish. Got here a little late, about 9 o'clock. Slept in from Okeechobee yesterday. It whooped my butt. I was exhausted. Slept in a little bit, and now I'm back out here at Istokpoga, trying something new. See if I can find something that's actually worth fishing. Yeah, we're just gonna poke around here. I wanted to have a good pre-fish full day. We're on the south end of an island. It's my first time even looking at this stuff. And what I'm doing is I'm staying out deep, not deep, it's only 4 foot here, but I'm staying on the outside stuff for now because it's 72-degree water right now. And from what I've heard is the spawn's done, but there could be a whole nother wave and stuff like that. So we're gonna start out on the edge of stuff, fish isolated, things like that. That's where I caught the last 14, was like a little isolated clump of reeds, just like the one in front of me. If I'm not really getting that much bites and stuff like that, I'm gonna start moving in closer. So just trying to cover different water columns until I find a good consistent bite and what they're wanting. Today is like a overcast, no wind day. So, I mean, moving baits could work because it's overcast, but generally if there's no wind, you're really gonna have to slow down and just start pitching. I'm not gonna rule out the chatterbait or any other kind of moving baits. Yeah, we're just gonna see what happens today. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully I can find something worth fishing for this tournament. This is my, the past 3 or 4 tournaments, I haven't really got to do a good pre-fish and like know where I'm gonna start and know what I'm gonna do. All these other tournaments I've been doing, I'm just kind of winging it and just running around way too much. I want an area that I don't have to run around to get like a good bite and just milk it all day. I'm just gonna shoot straight across these pads in front of me and then work my way in because there's more pads inside too. So I'm gonna hit these pads and go inside those pads. Oh. I had one. I don't know how big he was, but I had one. I knew he was gonna get hung up on that. I think I need a new Clout. It seems like it's gonna be the bite today, but it could change by tournament day, which is a whole week from now. So weather conditions could be different. The bite mood might be different. Oh, I think I'm getting bit. Well, there's one. That was like a 3-pounder. Might be onto something, I don't know. I shouldn't be setting the hook like this, but I want to see what kind of fish there are. And that was a pretty good one. He was a little bit shallower than what we've been catching, or we've been getting bit on. But he was just nibbling, and I think he was just trying to move it out of his bed. I got one. Yep. Short, stout guy. Another 14. 14. Put you back here. Goodbye. All right, so they could be in these reeds too, these pencil reeds. When I'm going along these pencil reeds, I'm paying attention to my line in the water, like I'm feeling it. I have my finger on the line, paying attention to my rod. But I'm also looking at the reeds to see if they're shaking. One, it could be either tilapia just doing their mating thing inside the reeds, but bass also will spawn on these reeds and they'll use the reeds to rub up against and stuff like that. So even if they might be tilapia, just go ahead and pitch towards the reeds shaking because it could be bass too. From what I've seen so far, it's just the tilapia been doing it right. And I don't think the bass are. I think the bass are just hanging out. Oh, I got one. Oh, came off. I think I hesitated too long for that hook set, but that's another one. Another 14-incher, right where he's supposed to be. A little bigger. A little bigger. Hooked perfect. There we go. Fat. They're fat. They're eating good. Goodbye. I'm gonna have to get more Clouts. These tear up pretty easy. They're really meant for like wacky rigging. They're not really meant for flipping like we do in Florida. But I want to talk to 6th Sense and ask them to make a clout with thicker plastic and call it the flipping clout. That's the idea anyways. Not really thicker, but more of a denser plastic, I guess. Because you don't really need all that kind of movement for flipping, because you're just putting it in front of their face, just flipping right in front of their face, and they're gonna eat it. You don't need to finesse them in, you know. I just looked at the radar. Rain's not supposed to come till 4. So I think it'll be all right. Looks kind of cloudy though. I don't hear any thunder, so that's good. But I also looked at the forecast for Saturday. It's supposed to be up to 88 with 10 to 20 mile winds, south to southwest. So wind will be blowing right into this. So we'll give it a shot for a little bit maybe. And if I'm not getting bit, I'm gonna go on the other side of the island and hope for there. But I should go check that out. I should go check that out today, so I'm not going into it blind. That's a good one. Salt on. Well, 17. A chunky one. Hopefully I'll stay here. Goodbye. Feels good to actually land something punching, because all my punching bites have just been horrible. And that was on the new 6th Sense Congo Craw, but I tore off the 2 outside legs. I'll show you on the front camera here in a second for when I'm punching and why I do it. All right, so the new Congo Craw. I use the black and blue. When I'm punching, I take off these 2 outside legs. Because when I take these off, it goes through the cover a lot smoother. And these legs here just, to me, it seems like it just holds up to the mat. So you want to go through the mat as efficiently as possible without shaking it too much. And yeah, so I take these off. I just rip them off like that. They're designed, this bay is designed to be modified like that. But those 2, and then make sure you take off this part right here, so the legs will be flapping as it goes down, and boom, nice little compact bait. The fish seem to like it. I think that's actually my first fish I caught with it. I've had a few bites on Okeechobee with it, but I was just having a horrible fishing day. That was the first fish with it. That was from Okeechobee. That bait was from Okeechobee too. I've only gone through maybe 2. This is my 3rd one. So it holds up pretty good. And bam, there's my punching bait right there. 1.5 ounce tungsten from 6th Sense. I got a 3/0 OX flipping hook from 6th Sense. 2 bobber stops, 65-pound braid, and this is extra heavy. This is too fast of a tip. I like a little bit more of a tip on it for flipping, but that's what I got right now, because you know what happened to my last one. I spy a red balloon. Let's go get it. I'll throw my chatterbait in there to try to catch it, but I might catch the grass instead. Oh, it's gonna suck. Get out of here. It's a heart. It's supposed to be a heart. Now it's something else. I didn't even feel him bite. Just my line moving again. Got it. There you go. Maybe they are spawning. I don't know. Look at that belly on it. There we go. Right back here. Goodbye. All right, she went right back to where she was. Good deal. Oh, got another one. I should have just set the hook. He took off. I wanted to see what he looked like. Think he's back on the bed already? Probably not. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. That was wild. I shook that fish off, I came back around, and I just wanted to see what you were. There's fish here too. Same size. I'll put it back real fast. Goodbye. So it could be in this Kissimmee grass too. Again, I didn't feel a bite from 5 foot of water. I wanted to check out this part of the lake in hopes that I could get out of the wind if it's too much on the island. So I'll start out on the island in that one area where I was catching a lot of fish. And if the wind is just too much for me to handle and I'm not catching anything, then I'll just run over here. There's at least one in that Kissimmee grass. I ought to get going back soon before I get rained on. It says it's supposed to rain around 4, so I'd rather get off the water before that. I think I have a game plan though. I'm gonna try to hit that island, but I'm just worried about the wind blowing it out. But I really like that stuff over there on the island. I like there's like a lot of isolated stuff. There's a lot of fish like to hold on to that isolated stuff and spawn on it. So it's just the wind might be the wind might be the factor of it not fishing well, but we'll see. They might hold on to it. Just have to use a different presentation, like a whale or a chatterbait, maybe even a Chapo. We're gonna have to play it by ear, see how the weather's going on throughout the week. I know it's gonna be stormy and stuff, so at least I have a game plan. You know, the past 4 tournaments I didn't have a game plan, and it showed with my performance. Like Okeechobee, only 3 fish. St. John's, 1 fish. Harris Chain, 1 fish. And I did not have a game plan, like a solid one that I was confident in. I'm pretty confident in this. It's not a giant bag that I caught today. I added it up, the best 5, the first 5 that I caught. It's like 74 inches. So it's not like a giant bag or anything, but at least it's a limit. At least there's fish in the area. The big ones could pull up. Big ones could just show up out of nowhere, you know? Just have to go with it. I don't have time to go look around different parts of the lake. I kind of already did, but I didn't like any of the stuff. I think I found what I'm going to fish. I'm going to fish it. I'm going to thoroughly fish it. I'm not going to leave it right away unless it's getting too unbearable with the wind. Oh, I got a bite. In the grass. There we go. That's a little guy. All right, so he was on that little outside grass thing right here. Little baby. Fresh little guy. Goodbye. I spy another balloon. What could this one be? 2 balloons in 1 day. How about that? I think it's a record for me. It's a star. Nope, wrong way. Got it. It's a star. Solid practice today. Came up with a game plan, somewhat. Like I said, everything's gonna change by the time we have tournament day. But at least I have an area and I know what's holding fish and what's not holding fish. So I can eliminate a lot of water and just focus on one good area. And I think there's gonna be some big bass in there, hopefully. But it all really depends on the wind and how horrible it might be. But anyways, pretty happy with how today went, especially how yesterday went. Today, I felt like I was at home, if you know what I mean. It had 80-degree weather today, no wind. I was just taking my time flipping different things and seeing what the fish are holding on to. It's the type of fishing I like to do, and it just felt comfortable, and it just felt good to set into some fish. No giant ones, but it was way better than what the past 4 tournaments have been. So anyways, headed back to the ramp, gonna call it a day. Gonna come back out here and hope for the best. Like I said, at least I have a game plan, and we should get some fish. We should at least get a limit, I hope. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the bottom, subscribe if you've not subscribed yet, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. It's a good thing I got off the water when I did.